That's so self-respect, man.
You're alive. I'm alive, he says. How you doing? I can't believe it. Someone said you was dead.
That's why you can't believe it.
That's not funny, chat. No, bro, bro, that's not what, bro. Someone said something in the chat, bro. Someone said some dumb shit in the chat. Someone was like, "Hey, chat, we got a Adam." Oh my God, bro, I can't say these niggas' names. We got a. Y'all probably know the channel. That it's right here, bro. Like, let me. Then whatever, bro. Oh, there it is. Abe and Preach, right? Thought his teacher had passed. 30 years later, he met him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga came back to life. You know what I'm saying?
I saw some stuff that I thought was interesting. So let's pop it in. All right, this is a bit different. This is more so about the relationship between teachers and students. I saw some stuff that I thought was interesting. So let's pop it in.
Hey, Boosie. I know I'm gonna cry.
That's like a party.
How are you? They just told me last night. You okay? Oh, I'm so good to see you. This is my baby. Oh, you okay? Look at me. Elizabeth called me last night, so I wanted to come see you. You know I tried to text you and they gave me the wrong number? It's so good to see you. I love you. I thought your mama was going to be here. You okay?
That dude didn't hold back.
He turned into a kid real quick.
That's exactly what I was saying.
You okay?
Thanks.
But I appreciate it because you need, like, you need to have a teacher like that. I had a couple of teachers like that were cool like that. Actually, one of them contacted me.
Mm-hmm.
Our teacher, her name was Natalie. I'm not gonna put our whole government out there, but she contacted me.
Mm-hmm.
She even sent me a picture of when I was in her class. Yeah, it's cool. She was just, call me again, tell me I'm proud and stuff. And again, like Boosie, back to kid mode.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because she said that at one point. She said, that's my baby.
That's my baby.
And childhood is for most people, it's a very tender point in their life. It just is for everyone. And the people who influence you then, when you see them, you still feel like you have that same dynamic with them. You know what I'm saying? So when you're seeing them, you are seeing them as an adult, but you go back to that kid in you that was vulnerable or whatnot, and then you remember how they made you feel. So if you hate somebody from your childhood, as an adult, you still have a lot of those visceral feelings when you see them. Same thing is true for the opposite in my experience. He's a football player.
Ian's still the highest scoring striker ever to play for Arsenal, and he owes a lot to the man who first taught him to kick a ball. His old school teacher, Sid Pigden.
As I haven't seen him for, 23, 24 years, and so he would now be expecting me to be 6 feet under, I would think. I don't actually think, he probably won't recognise me because he won't believe it's me. Hello, Ian.
Immediately. I don't think he's going to recognize me. Immediately, yeah.
Long time no see. Mr. Pigden.
He removed his hat. When I'm talking about kid mode, you know what I'm He removed his hat. He's like, oh shit, I gotta remove my hat. I gotta pity up a bit.
Mr. Pigden.
That's so self-respect, man.
You're alive. I'm alive, he says. How you doing? I can't believe it. Someone said you was dead.
That's why you can't believe it.
That's not funny, chat. No, bro, bro, that's not what, bro. Someone said something in the chat, bro. Someone said some dumb shit in the chat. Someone was like, like they was making a joke about the British accent in the chat. That's why I laughed, bro. Like, that's not why I laughed, bro. That's crazy. Um, yeah, bro. This like, I'm actually
As you see, I'm very patient, and I'm so glad you've done so well with yourself.
He was so supportive all the time. He kind of like had me as his kind of like special guy. I don't know what to say. God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You know, now I realise how important he was in my life. The first imposing figure, male figure in my life who was trying to guide me on the right road.
How far are we going back now? 40 years? 30 years anyway?
Easy, 32 years.
Yeah.
I've seen a clip.
My old school teacher.
What a powerful clip that is.
He was the one that changed my life when I was like 7. I was doing a television program and me and David Rocastle were building a venture playground just around Highbury there for the disadvantaged kids. And then they wanted me to do a segment where I go back to the club. I've been looking for this teacher for 4 or 5 years, went back to my primary school. Nobody could trace where he was. So I actually thought that my old teacher, Mr. Pigden, had died. The one bit in it what always gets me, he actually says to me, "I'm so proud of what you've done with yourself." Because I remember the time I first met him properly, I'd already been thrown out of the class 3 times that week. I had a problem with attention. As he walked past the classroom, he looked at me, then he went in and spoke to the teacher, then I went with him and my life changed.
Yeah, there was, even when I was in the Air Force Cadets, there was the guy that was taking care of the biathlon. He was a gym teacher, and at night he was taking care of the training for biathlon athlete. And yeah, man, sometimes it's just subtle as treating you like a human being and not a kid. It's crazy because you're like 14, 15, and then everybody's treating you like a kid. You don't have any, nobody's listening to you because you're a kid. Nobody's like taking into consideration anything of what you're saying. Again, because you're a kid, they don't really value it. But then there's this dude that talks to you like a human freaking being. Yeah, you're a kid. Okay, cool. Just know that we know that there's a hierarchy. All right, cool. We're gonna talk to each other like we're people. And he was, guiding you into the trainings and stuff like that. Just talking to you like you're an adult. Not always making you feel like you're an idiot all the time and you're just a kid. You're just a kid. I get it. I'm a kid. Okay, fine. Can we get over that? Treating you like just a normal human being. That's so cool.
I think this really speaks to the relationship that teachers have with kids. And, teachers are very underappreciated, both in how they're paid and compensated, but also how they're treated. They're made to be responsible for kids, but given very little authority or backing from the school boards or things like that. But they do so much. And there's so much invisible labor that's there that's never accounted for in the money that they're paid. But, that's why you see them like breaking down when these people do a thoughtful gesture. Because it's like, I know these kids know, but it's nice for them to even just take that time. Because I think we could all admit, especially as young kids, you spend a lot of time with your teacher. You leave your parents' homes, you go to school all day long. These people have so much influence over their development as people. And most of us can think back to one person, one adult, one teacher specifically who had such an impact that when you think back, and you think about all the people who were either neutral or against you, there's always at least one person that you think back that's like, they believed in me regardless. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes it's all you need is just one, and you never forget it. There's one person in my head, I'll never forget it. Put me aside, did more than what they had to do, and said some things to me that always stuck with me, and I memorized those words. And I think teaching, that's why I always tell people, like, if I wasn't doing this stuff, I think I would have been honored to do teaching. I think that would have been a beautiful profession to jump in, because I think young people at all phases just need people to believe in them. And teachers who take the time to do that, I salute you. I know the job isn't easy, but I think the relationship between teacher and pupil is just so beautiful. And when I think of mentorship and all these things that are so influential to young kids, I think it's always important to realize that effect is lifelong. You go to your dying day thinking about the people who looked after you when they didn't have to, when they made that choice. And that leaves a long-lasting impact about you. Like, part of my responsibility I feel to my community and to the people around me is born from the effect that person had on me.
You would have been a teacher?
Yeah, for sure. That's the only job I said I would have ever done, if not this.
I dabbled. I was a dance teacher. I was doing high schools. I was doing child social services. So I was that. I've seen my sister being a teacher, and I see how hard it is. So I don't know about that. It's tough out there. It's not getting easier.
Yeah, it's tough.
And governments don't really seem to understand the value of your job, fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever I see teachers striking, I get that parents are upset because they had to be with their kids a little bit more.
Yeah, but
and it fucks up their work phase. But I support teachers because they really do be getting shafted with what they're allowed to teach,
100%.
how they're allowed to teach, and a lot of different things. And our kids need teachers that are well taken care of. So, that's why I'm always sad to know that the people who are in charge of ushering the next generation are oftentimes treated so poorly, despite having one of the biggest impacts on people's lives. I'll never understand that. So, shout out to teachers. Shout out to the people who take time to also appreciate them. To those students, I thought that was a really beautiful gesture. What you did will stay with that teacher for the rest of his life. For y'all, it's a grade, it's a beautiful. For them, it's sometimes what fuels them to go a couple more years. It makes all the bullshit they gotta deal with their job worth it. So if y'all can, this is just another message to appreciate the people in your lives, the people who had impact. Give them a call and let them know. You watch these people see their teachers from school and immediately they turn into kids and they have these emotional moments, and it's like, I get it. It's beautiful. And again, this is just another instance of how I say, like, this whole idea of men are not allowed to be emotional or stuff like that. Like, it's just not what I've seen a lot of times growing up. Having this kind of reaction around your teacher and people that you care for is very normal to me. Well, that's all for us today. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. If you like today's video, leave a like and comment, right? Sometimes these kinds of videos don't create the most amount of engagement in terms of comments because it's not combative. But it's good to have some more positive stuff that highlights different things that happen on a regular basis. So things are important.
To feel good makes you feel good.
That's it.
Play that shit. God, sipping quickly, forgot it was mud. I don't cross, so I couple with